Hello everybody, welcome back to Hytale. My plans for today are, first and foremost, to fix up this house. It's not looking so great. I mean, I don't want to get rained on while I'm doing my business in here. So I think I need to chop down some of the local trees and mine some of the local stone to get blocks that match what this structure is made out of. I'll start with trees, since that's a little bit easier. Oh, hello. What are you doing in the house? Oh, I don't mind the free food, but I don't really want creatures spawning in here. Wonder if I can prevent that somehow. Oh well. Free food is free food. Very nice. I might as well get that cooking while I make my way off. Ah yes, I put the campfire outside. Because that makes sense. Maybe I should sleep before I chop some wood. Those night creatures are pretty dangerous. Alright. Well, I think I'm just going to pick one of the biggest trees around and knock it right down. I wonder, it seems like some of these trees are kind of connected in a canopy sort of way. Surely it wouldn't knock all the trees down if I chopped one of the chunks. Let's find out. Nope, just the one tree. Righty then. Oh, hang on a second. That's giving me the same type of wood that I already have. And I know that this type of wood is not the same as what that house is made out of. So I might be wrong. I think I'm gonna need to look specifically for whatever type of wood this is in order to repair this house in a way that doesn't look terrible. Let's see what type of wood this actually is. Oh. Oh no. Oh. I didn't want to do that. It looks like the game might have assumed that I was chopping a tree since I chopped a log. So it just broke the whole beam. Okay. This is beech log. I need lots of beech logs. Oh, no. How much of the wood did it break? Seems like an awful lot of it. Well, I gave myself more repairs to do, but now I know what type of wood I need. And it is not this ash log, so I'm gonna have to go adventuring to find out what a beech tree looks like. Maybe it's just this guy right here. These dark-leaved ones are ash. Maybe it's just this tree right here. Wouldn't hurt to check. Well, that sure doesn't look like the same thing. And it's not. This is oak. Alright then. You know what? I think I'm gonna go hunt for the right type of tree later. And instead, I will start mining some stone. Oh no. Even worse news. It looks like all of the monsters respawned the moment I left. Perhaps I can't live here after all. Yeah, they even spawned in here. this is not off to a great start. It looks like this cannot be my house. Very well. I will slay all of these guys again. I guess I'll have to build my own house. Maybe I'll have to consult the internet to find out how to stop monsters from spawning in an area. I don't have enough inventory space right now to take all of my stuff with me, so I might have to come back for it. Uh-oh. My weapon is pretty low on durability. Maybe I can't kill all these guys. Well, this is a rather unfortunate turn of events. You know what? All of these workbenches were pretty easy to make. They just required a little bit of wood, a little bit of stone, so I think those can easily be left behind. I should just take with me the most essential of resources, or ones that are not so easy to acquire. And for that, I would say all this hide and leather, seeds, which I haven't seen anywhere else other than chests, and definitely everything in here, or most things in here. I think I can sacrifice a couple of logs. I will take all of the essence, shards, emeralds, boom powder. Still don't know yet what bone fragments are used for, but for now they're just a record of my kills, which I would like to keep. Nothing else feels terribly essential to take with me, other than my ores, of course. Not sure which of these is better. I'll take the rusty one. And before I go out back into the world looking for a place to live, I really should repair this weapon or just make a new one. I'm still not sure how to repair things, though. I do have the repair kit. I have a weapon that needs to be repaired. Perhaps I need to make a repair bench. I didn't see anything like that, though. Still lost on me. How to repair something. I guess that means I'll just have to make a low quality weapon in the meantime. But I'll hold on to my iron battle axe here in case I do figure out how to repair it later. It's sad, but I already have to leave this home. I can't stay here if monsters are just gonna keep spawning the moment I leave. So off I go. I really am gonna have to try my hand at building. Something I know I'm not good at, but you only get better with practice. So let's check our map and see where we should go. I already traveled a bit north, slayed some yetis in the mountains. I think I want to try heading this direction. Yes, this is east. I shall be going east. See what lies ahead. I decided to turn health bars on, and it seems like you can spot them from pretty far away. Oh, I got a little help from this swamp creature. It hurt the wolf for me. I found that wolves are actually some of the most dangerous creatures you can fight. I find bears to be easier than wolves. I should have grabbed that cooked meat before I left. Oh well. Need just a little bit more rubble, and I can make a new campfire. This weapon is in a real dire state of repair. This sure doesn't look like the beech wood. Not that I really need to find that anymore. I've been kicked out of my home. Calf and cow? Alright. Just a small little structure here, nothing special. Maybe what I should try to find is an abandoned structure. One that nothing, no monsters were originally in. Well, I got a scrap sword. I know those are alright. So it can replace my battle axe for now. Yes, I think my goal then, since I really don't want to build something, is I will take over a structure that doesn't have any monsters in it. So that is what I will set out to find. Let's see what's been revealed in our map here. Whatever that is. But that looks like something that might have some monsters in it. It's pretty sizable. It's also decently far south of us. Something over there as well. You know, I think I will check out whatever this is. I've heard from other folks playing this game already that it's a little bit more on the Terraria side than it is Minecraft. Not quite as much about building as it is about fighting and getting more powerful. Finding gear as you explore. And I don't mind that at all. I love both Terraria and Minecraft, and if we've got a hybrid of them that favors Terraria a little bit, I'm all for it. Maybe the game plan isn't even to settle down at all. Just keep exploring, getting stronger, and eventually fighting enemies in the hardest part of the game, which is like that kind of lava area. I saw something about that during development. Seen some really nasty creatures come out of there. This is a pretty nice area. A bit too dense with trees, though. Is that what I'm after? Sure is. What is that? Oh, it's more corn. Don't mind if I do. Seems like hide is needed for quite a lot of things in this game, so slaying animals is a must. As I figured, the structure definitely is occupied, so I can't take over this place and live here. But I can loot it. Whoa! I think he has a mace there. That's why he knocked me back so far. I guess maces have some real punch to them. Here we are, out of inventory space again. Go sacrifice logs. We definitely don't need moss. You know, I'm hoping there's a way to, like, forbid an item from entering your inventory in this game. Something like that exists in Terraria. I really don't like picking up moss, because as far as I'm concerned, it's useless, and it's everywhere as well. Just hitting the ground seems to give me moss. Well, I wouldn't mind living in this place either, if it were available. But those guys are going to spawn again, no doubt. But it was only 2 basic skeletons that spawned there. If I'd have to fight just 2 basic skeletons every once in a while to keep living here, I wouldn't mind that. This is the spot. I do like this biome. We've got a nice forest clearing just over there that I could use for farming. It already comes with beds. Just occurred to me that I have had no arrows before looting this chest. As nice as this place is, it too is quite the fixer-upper. Maybe most things will be, though. I'm gonna move on. I'm sure I can do even better than that. Boy, bears really are pushovers, huh? Sure does look nice, but I can't say this is a good place to live either. Let's have a look at the map once more. Looks like this rocky terrain goes on for a little while longer. What is beyond it? You have that structure I looked at before. Oh. Now this is interesting. This looks like a sort of woodsy village. I've got to check this out. I wonder if I'll find those same NPCs that I found in the Forgotten Temple. Whatever that place was called. Maybe I can finally trade with some of my Essence of Life here. I hope I can sell them goods. Got lots of hide to sell. But maybe if they live amongst the trees, perhaps they're kind of like spiritual nature. Maybe they don't eat meat. That's quite the cave entrance. Sure, let's have a look. Just a peek. Yeah, it's something all right. I'll just snag this on and then keep on moving. Still going the right way? No I'm not. I need to be going almost directly south. What marker am I looking at in that case? I don't know, but I revealed something big over there. Whatever marker's at the top of my screen doesn't really appear to be showing me what I want to see. So I'm just going to go straight south. This looks like a small abandoned house over here. A field of sunflowers, how nice. Aww. Looks like it's a ruined old farmhouse. It's got some seeds. Don't mind if I do. It doesn't seem like you're able to get seeds from just harvesting wild plants. Now that's interesting. I'm not getting wheat. I'm just getting Essence of Life. Oh, that's because my inventory is full. I'm getting Essence of Life and wheat. There we go. Well, you sure get a lot of Essence of Life from crops. Oh, and it looks like it stacks up to 100. Having some serious inventory problems here. I've really got to figure out how to make that backpack. Yep, still heading straight south. Well, after I check out the other farmhouse. There might be more wheat. Oh, nothing to be found there. Alrighty then. I do fancy a game with dynamic movement like this. You don't really need any crazy gear to do it. I'd say what I have is still relatively early game stuff. You're not even worth my time, bear. Here it is. So let's see what this is all about. I was right. There they are. Little leaf people. The Quebecs, I think they are called. Well, let's see if we can find anyone willing to trade. I think this is the same sort of thing I saw before. Oh. Greater essence of life. Looks like I would need 300 essence of life in order to get the recipe for the meat pie. Boy, does the meat pie have some great bonuses. The meat skewer seems more combat oriented since it gives 2 health buffs. The fruit skewer gives a stamina and a health buff. So I'll take some meat skewers. I wonder if these folks would let me live with them. Sure would be rude to take over one of their houses. Oh, I won't steal anything. I'm not there yet. Oh, is it? Oh no! I think I just witnessed a child drowning. Oh, my inaction. My inaction caused this child's death. Just gonna move on. I got some meat skewers. I saw the cute little village. I don't think there's much else to do here. Maybe I should live nearby, though, to have access to the trading. Oh, wow, that's a dramatic-looking island. Now that might have some interesting stuff in that structure there. Perhaps if I lived right here in these plains. Yeah, like I could have access to the coast. And then I could check out the desert down here. Check out this crazy looking island. And whatever that is. Lots of options. Very well. This seems like a better spot than any. Maybe I should build on the high ground, these little hills. Let's see if we can get up high to watch the sunset. Not bad. Oh. Looks like there's a enemy camp right over there. And there's the moon. That island over there sure looks spooky. Alright, I think I will rest up here. Ah, I did not take my bedroll with me, so I'm not going to make a new one. That's no problem, they're pretty cheap. Declaring it right now, I am no longer a nomad. This is where I will live for the foreseeable future. I don't want to have to climb up this hill every time, so maybe right down here. I really should build out of the local wood, so I don't have a hideous amalgamation of a house. So I will clear the area and place down chests first. Clear out some space in my inventory. And then I'll go chop some of the local trees. A little bigger. I have no quarrel with you, boy. That'll do. Oh, what to do? So many things I want to keep. Suppose I'll just have to throw a couple valuable items on the ground for now, so I can have some usable inventory space. You just get rubble from breaking this type of block. Okay, so you don't have to just pick it all up off the ground. That is nice. Chalk. Does that count as a type of stone? It sure does. Let's bust up some more chalk then. Away with some of the goodies. I'll worry about making sure everything is properly sorted later. Now I would just like to make sure things are functional. So let's see what type of wood this is. That is birch. Boy, birch in Hytale is a lot better looking than Minecraft. I wouldn't mind building a house out of birch. That's not bad. I don't know if I should use 2 light colored blocks though. Birch and chalk, how do those look together? That sure is bright. Yeah, I don't know if that's quite the right decision. What do I know about color theory? I suppose I'll just use all this ash that I've got. And we'll see where we go from there. Too long? Maybe. Ah, just right. Just clear more space. Still haven't figured out how to make planks yet. Maybe that's something in the builder's workbench. There we go. Oh, it looks like it takes 1 log to make a plank though. So it's not cheap by any means. And I will run out of ash logs at this rate. I don't think there's any ash anywhere nearby. I'll have to extend this a little bit. I do want to add just a little bit of depth to the outer rims of the build. I call myself a terrible builder, but I do know the tips and tricks. We'll just have to see how the end result comes out. Looks about right. Maybe I'll have a door right here. Perhaps to save on wood, which I am already running desperately low on, I'll have some large windows, many of them. Perhaps I'll have my floor made out of the local blocks. Or is there a shovel? There is, but not one that I can make right now. In fact, the only shovel that I see is an iron shovel. I see shovels of no other type available here. Well, I should be able to make that if I smelt up the iron that I've got. Let's do it. Just one more ingot. Alright, going through all the trouble to make this, and the resource cost, it better one-shot this dirt. Well. Aha. I was almost very disappointed, but now I see that it will hit multiple blocks at once. Not bad. That applies to my workbenches as well, which I definitely don't want to be the case, so I have to be careful here. One by one. Oh, it also appears that chests break if they are unsupported. I have to pay attention to that in the future when I'm planning to put down a chest somewhere. Does that apply to all workbenches? Oh, no, it applies to all workbenches. Well, I'll let the furnace finish before I break its foundation. What would it look like to have a bright white floor with dark planks as walls? Probably a little jarring. So I don't think the floor should be made out of junk. Perhaps this darker stone here would do just fine. Let's start a little mine right here. I think we'll encounter some of that darker stone in no time. Cobblestone. There have been a couple of updates already to Hytale since I began playing. I know one of them Wow, that wood really is dark compared to even the grass outside. Once again, we have space to do things. Good job, furnace. You know what? Before I go and make the entire floor regular cobblestone, let's see what the builder's workbench has to say about it. We could have smooth stone brick. These types of walls. Let's get a bigger sample size of each. See what we want. I fancy the stone bricks. I wonder if I can put these back in there and convert them over to what I want. No, but I can make alternatives. Wow, there's an awful lot of options. If I recall before, I could turn slabs into full blocks for free. So, I suppose I do sort of have a way to convert these back to what I want. Ah, but I will have to break the chest once more. For the future, breaking the blocks underneath the chest is a lot faster than breaking the chest itself. Wonder, there's no way, right, that the shovel would work. Yeah, I didn't think so. It does hit multiple stone blocks at once, it just doesn't do a very good job of it. Plan on editing or cutting anything out for a while at least as I play Hytale. So this right here clearly demonstrates the less spectacular parts of sandbox games like this. Building can be tedious and time-consuming. That's why it's not one of my favorite things to do. But there's our floor. Yeah, I like that. Maybe I'll break it up a little bit by just mixing in a couple different types of blocks. I don't feel that works very well just because of how different the colors are. But frankly, it's still better than one solid color for the whole floor. So I'm going to roll with it. I know that I don't have enough planks to complete the walls, so I'm not entirely sure what to do about it. At this rate, I might just have to go back and chop some more ash logs. And you know what? These trees over by this orcish camp, I think are the very type of tree I'm looking for. So it might not be so bad after all. Let's go ahead and check it out. What we got here? Lettuce. Okay. Oh yeah, these sure look like ash trees to me. Nice. Don't mind me, guys. I'm not planning on fighting you right now. I just want some wood. You sure do get an awful lot of wood from one tree. But I don't want to run out again, so we're gonna get even more. That should have us at least 1,000 wood. No way I'll run out anytime soon after that. Alright, now that I've got the walls all complete, now I can decide where I want to put some windows. Got like 2 small ones right next to the door, so I can see if there's anything out there before I head out. And I'd like most of my walls to be available for workstations, not occupied by windows. I'll have a size of the window over here, so I can see the other direction. I think I'll keep this wall totally solid. Instead, 2 windows along this wall, kind of like that. Ooh, but that's uneven. Darn. Asymmetry is unacceptable. That'll have to do then. I'd like to keep relevant things next to each other. So we'll have smithing be over here. Put the furnace there. And then go ahead and get going. This. I know that I've got an awful lot of wood, but I really liked how the stone roof looked. This isn't too bad either. Maybe I'll go for a shallow roof. Let's see how that looks. Some of the building blocks in Hytale seem to be a lot more detailed than those they ever were in Minecraft. And that might make it a lot easier for someone like me, who doesn't have much building sense, to create a good-looking house. It's not letting me place that. I'll figure that out after I sleep. I wonder if I want to have it be staggered like that, or be consistent. Wait a second, I don't need that. Forgot my character can jump 2 blocks. I think I'll just have it be consistent. Might rake it up around the middle so I can have a window on this attic area that will be created. What do you say the middle is about there? Something like that. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's only 6. And this is 7. So we'll do that. Guess we'll have a 2 wide window here. How will I go about doing that? I'll figure that out once the floor of the attic is made. Well, these foxes really sure are annoying. I don't want anything to do with you. Stop growling at me. If I had a change in pitch of the roof, way up. See how that adds up. Suppose in order to make this actually walkable, I might want to knock these 2 out. Nah, it's fine. looks like they're going to meet in the middle at a point. I don't think I saw a piece that works for that. Maybe we'll just see what the flat roof looks like under those circumstances. Well, it sure is flat. Yeah, I suppose that's fine. I don't really like that I can see the corners of the roof there, though. I'll figure something out for that later. Oh, apparently I can do corners. Just totally did that by accident. I guess if I try to place it this way, it'll just do that automatically. Nice. I think I'm gonna stick with what I got, though, instead of making it come to a center point. It seems like that thing where the game assumes you're chopping a tree only applies to naturally generated wood blocks. And since that wood block I chopped earlier in that structure was indeed naturally generated, it acted like a tree there, but it doesn't apply to my own place logs. How terribly frustrating it would be if it did. Make building a nightmare. It's a bit difficult to place these roof tiles properly, the flat ones. I find that the outline that shows which block you're looking at is actually pretty hard to see. I don't know if I can change that in the settings right now. But I would definitely like to. Well, I suppose I should mirror this on the other side. Wrong tool. Okay, that looks about right. Well, given what I know about this game having giving you access to the resources you have through workbench proximity, it might be a clever solution to have all of my items stored in the attic and all of my workbenches down here. And I can still craft things on the workbenches with the items, just because of the proximity crafting mechanic. That might work out very nicely. So I think I'll go ahead and have the floor of the attic be there. And then I'll have my chest start just underneath that. Or above that, rather, in this one block gap here. I have to see how that works out in practice. I heard in one of the updates they have already done for the game, they increase the range at which that workbench crafting thing is effective. So it should make my plan a little more feasible here. Find climbing ladders to be pretty slow and annoying, so I think I would like to make a staircase. That begs the question, where am I going to put the stairs? First I want to change this window. Not to like that, but rather like that, so it is symmetrical. And then I will eliminate this window, and I will have my staircase be here. Something like that. Yeah. It might have me running into the wall pretty quickly, though. Let's just go ahead and make some stairs and find out. Well, it's not terrible, but I'd rather do something like this. That's not the right block. It's true that I don't actually need to make stairs for this, since you can just step up a block in this game, but I'm gonna at least try to have some decent aesthetics. Practicality is the priority, but I'm not going to totally abandon the looks. That there doesn't work. Time to see what I can do about windows. Well, there we go. Simple wooden window. Ah. You know, I thought this might be a problem. I think I do have a solution, though. I want to put that like solve my problem. Yeah, that'll work. That is not the same as what I had before. That's because it needs to be one further back. Perhaps I should give myself a little hatch as well to have some roof access. Change my rotate key. I currently have my rotate key as the same key as my sprint key. I'm going to change rotate. Where is it? I think I went right past that. It's not just called rotate, it's called rotate a block. That's why I kept skipping past it. I was looking for a short word. Here we go. I don't feel like I'm going to have to rotate a block very often. So I'm just going to have Y, hit on Y, be a little bit out of the way. Avoid any conflict. Well, that's not my favorite look in the world, but it is practical, because now I can fit 6 double chests in 4 different corners. Nice. You know, it's really not my favorite thing in the world that these stairs work this way, so yeah, move these elsewhere. All of this thinking about how to do the stairs, and it might just be better to do a ladder after all. Could have built a bigger house. some spike traps around. You know, considering I haven't really been attacked by anything yet, I feel like I would be the victim of the spike traps more than anything else would be. So let's not do that. Looks like we don't have any trouble opening chests that have blocks above them. Not the same way that Minecraft works. Very convenient for us in this case. It's coming together, slowly. Gosh, I hate building. Once it's all done, never again. I think I'm making it big enough that it'll be able to serve me for as much as the game has to offer right now in its early access. I'll move the bedroll upstairs. Well, how about I make an actual bed? Should be able to do that now. Aha. Now maybe I can make use of all these linen scraps I've been collecting. Make some furniture with that. Surely. Where do I get a bolt of wool from? Well, I can make a Quebec bed. Cloth. How do I get cloth? It's totally lost on me, apparently. Maybe that's something I get directly from animals. And what are these linen scraps used for? Well, it's just a fashion clothing, so maybe it doesn't have anything to do with furniture. Quebec bed it is. Upstairs. Should have just enough chests by now to fill all of this in. About labeling it, I'm not quite sure just yet. My plan B. after all this time, how about we fashion ourselves up a door? I might like to have another entrance. Maybe right here. Yeah, we don't need that window. Okay, I feel like I'm just about done here. I think I'm going to keep a lot of miscellaneous resources in here next to the crafting bench. And if I get a lot of extra of anything, I'll put it in the chests up above. This is where I should put my ores. And since this is furniture right here, I'll put some blocks over here. Did I run myself out of logs already? Well. I really didn't think 1,000 logs would go that quickly. They sure did. It's not my finest work. It's not my worst either. Not too shabby. Could definitely use some light on the outside. Time to go sleep for the first time in my quebec bed. Still not sure quite how to destroy items in Hytale. And I also am not aware of how long it takes items to disappear if they've been sitting on the ground. So, my crude solution for now would be a trash pit. Don't need the bedroll anymore. And the campfire, you know what? I can sit in the middle of the room. To maybe make that look a little more appropriate, I'll add a wooden support in the center. flame. And then I think right here would be a good spot to also put the chef's workbench. Which I don't have enough logs for. Don't need ash logs anymore, since that's what I was using to build with. And we're about done with that. So let's just get some birch. Oh, that's not birch. That's aspen. Yeah, it is definitely different. Okay, sure. Don't mind if I do. Wow, that gave me a whole 9 logs. These trees don't have much to offer. They look nice, but they're not very practical. I guess I just shouldn't even bother chopping it then. I'm destroying the natural beauty and getting not much out of it at the same time. My farmer's workbench, I'll put that outside. Put the tanning rack outside too. The chef's stove, that's going to be in here, next to the campfire. It's time to find out if the grass will naturally spread to this dirt on its own. Don't yet know that. Some farming related stuff out here. Have a chest with some seeds in it. Okay, I'm just gonna kill you so you shut up. I've had about enough of that. I feel like I should try to keep wood on me so I can just craft things. Get some organization done here finally. This will be food, and then this will have all the ores for crafting. So let's go ahead and sort those things out. Maybe I should consider leather to be part of crafting over here as well, since it does seem to be needed for all those types of things. potions and there with food as well. Gotta keep my linen scraps in here, all my sticks, and my plant fiber. I'm gonna put the more valuable miscellaneous resources up in the top chest. I think those are entirely decorational, so I'm gonna throw those in the trash bin. Okay, I think that settles it. Now let's see, we've got some wheat, some berries, and some wild meat here. Let's see what we can make in here. Mushroom skewer. It seems everything that you can make in here is better than just regular cooked meat. Especially the meat skewer. Yeah, alright. Sure. Vegetable skewer. Any type of vegetable. Does wheat count as a vegetable? Well, that's a bit of a stretch, but... okay. Sure. I'm sure berries do count as a fruit, so... alright then. It's like sticks are essential when it comes to all of this food. Make a mushroom salad, wild berry salad. Ah, but you need lettuce for that. I do have lettuce seeds, just one of them though. But now I've got some better food. I think meat skewers are going to be my priority for combat food. But these other skewers are easy to get as well. Well, that was quite an ordeal, making that house. Boy, am I glad it's done, though. Got somewhere to live, somewhere to store my stuff. I think I'm about done for today. Sorry if this was as boring to watch as it was to play. I really don't fancy building. But Hytale makes it easy with all their options for decorative blocks. I mean, I haven't even scratched the surface with this. That'll be it for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.